Okay, all you clever people, I asked you. Thank you. Listen. Thank you. So, the first one. First, before I start this, I want to go and write my journal headings. So, for the headings, you always need the name of the business, which is books and stuff. So, in other words, they sell books and other stuff. And the date, which is September 28th. So, the debtor's journal will be books and stuff. Please don't talk. And it's September 28th. And because it's September, it's the 9th month. And the same goes with the creditor's journal, books and stuff. September 28th, CJ 9. So the DJ headings always the same. Sales, cost of sales. The CJ, the first column, always creditors control. Right. But you want to see, they have to tell you what you're going to use. And they say trading stock, packing material. So I put in here trading stock, packing material. Okay. Why are we talking? Is there a problem, baby? Here we go. So, we received goods. Please no talking. We received goods from HP. Right? So we received the goods. And we received the invoice. So if we received the goods and we received the invoice, it means we bought on credit. Right? And if we buy on credit, we go to the creditor's journal. So, buy on credit, credit journal. You hear what I'm saying? Yes. So now, I'm going to look. They say here, invoice A12, new number 65. Now remember, I explained to you that basically, let's say, where is that? Look at this thing here. This is how a document book looks like, right? You will have, so this one is receipts, but you'll have the same type of thing for invoices. So now if you look at this, you will see, can you see? This is the original, and there's the duplicate. So whatever I am writing here, I received it from X. Can you see? It's going to shine through on the duplicate. Okay. Okay. So now, when I am the shop and he comes to buy from him, I'm going to write him a receipt and I'm going to give it to him. You see? He gets the original. I keep the duplicate. The next customer comes. I write him a receipt. I tear it out of my book. I give it to him, and there's the duplicate. So now can you see, I keep the book, and in the book you can see the numbers will follow. Thanks. 6, 7. Okay, now let's go on. But now it's different, ne? Now, what's happening now? I go to a shop. Now, can you see that shop is going to work from his book? Okay? So, his book, he's going to write me an invoice, and the number of the invoice, he's going to give me the original. And the number is 69. I go to another store, but he's already here at 185. So he writes me an invoice and he gives me this original, right? Now I go to another shop, just listen. I go to another shop They already at 231. They write me an invoice. They give me the original. You see? Now, when I go and I do my CJ, can you see that these numbers do not follow? Because they come from different people's books. So now I want to put this in a file. Right? I want to put this in a file. And so, you know, it would even be worse than this. This would maybe like a A in the front, and this might have like a Z in the front, and this might have a 0069. It doesn't matter because the books are numbered different. So what do? I go look at the dates, and I say, okay, this one I got first, this one I got second, this one I got third. And that's what it means when I say I renumber it. So I give it my own number so that I can find it. So now, if you look here, the one they gave me is 812. The number I gave it is 65. I gave it its own number. So I'm going to say 65, day 1, right? And they say to me it's HP and it's goods. Now what is the accounting name for goods? Look on the page, you'll see it. Trading stock. And am I going to write it in sundry also? No. Even though the word they give me here is goods, I'm not going to write it here as well. I'm writing it everything in the control, because here I want to keep control of how much money I owe to creditors, and everything else in another column to say, what is it that I bought? Okay. Now, if I go to number 2, I sold. So if I sell, it's a DJ. To D. Roth, invoice 28. Now remember, this is from my own book. So I go here, invoice 28, day 2, D. Roth, ne? And they say it's 26, and now I need to calculate the markup. Now if I calculate the markup, I see here they say it's 33 and 3 with a little stripe there, which means I am going to take that. Can you guys see here? I'm going to take the 26, ne? And then I'm going to times it with 100 because I want the cost, and I'm going to subtract it, divide it by 133.3. But because there's that little thingy there at the top, can you really see it? There's that little thing there. I'm going to say 33333333333. Okay, let's see if you can see it if I do that. Can you see? So I put 3's forever equals. Can you see now? It says 195. Okay. 1950. It just makes my life easier. Okay. Another way you can do it. Can I quickly show you a maths trick to do this? Let's say, so 33 and a third, ne, is actually a third of 100. You agree with me? So let's see if I say, no, it's not going to work. Okay. Okay, next one I see, they say, we buy a shelf and 2 chairs and a step ladder. Remember, we're a bookstore, ne? I hope you guys have been in a bookstore somewhere in your life, but in a bookstore you will see they will have lots of shelves with books, right? And why do they need a ladder? Because some of the books are right on the top, and some of those places have got those ladders that got wheels at the bottom so it moves, ne? But what will I call it in my books? Equipment, right? So I'm going to buy equipment from Woodland. Now, what is my invoice going to be? I'm going to make it 66 because I always want my numbers to follow. 66, ne? Oh, it's 065 and 066. Sorry for that. Let me make it a bit smaller. So this is the second. I go to Woodland and I buy on account 4,300. Is there a column for equipment here? No. So I go to sundry. Can you see I only put it in sundry then? And I say equipment. Next one. They say I sold goods on account to Y Botha. So sold TJ. My invoice is going to follow, right? It's still day 2. Now on that day I sold to Botha. Why Botha? Why do you buy on credit? And he buys 200 Rand. And now I do the same. I'm going to say 200 times 100 over 103.333333333333 till I don't have any more space. The same will go. Please hear what I'm saying. If I say the markup is 66.6 with that little sign, then I will say 0.66666666. Okay, so what do I get? Anybody? You got? Okay, let's see. If I say 200 times 100 divided 133.333333, it gives me 0. So let's try again. 150 times 100 divided 133.333333 gives me 112.5. And what do I do with things with a cent value? I'm going to round it off, so I'm going to say 113. Or you could have said 112.5. Okay. If I look at 17, 17 says, a world of book delivers books. What are we selling? Books. So what is books to us? Trading stock. It's our stock. Now, I want you to quickly read here. Please, can I ask that you listen? They say for 6 to 10. This includes delivery costs of 400 Rand. Am I going to show that 400 separate? No. I'm just going to keep the 60 to 10. Why? Let's quickly explain this. If I buy something, whose responsibility is it to get that thing to me? It's my responsibility. So if it costs me money to get that thing to me, I need to add it to the price. Let's make an example. If I buy a Ferrari, yeah, teachers do that every day. If I buy a Ferrari in Italy, ne? And I buy it in Italy, let's work as if they also in rands, and I buy it for R1,000,000. Now, in Italy, I need to get that Ferrari to the ports. Ne? That's going to cost me money. Then I need to put that Ferrari on a ship. And the ship needs to come to South Africa. That's going to cost me money. Then when the ship lands at our port, I need to pay tax, import tax, to have that Ferrari put on South African soil. That's going to cost me money. Then I don't live in Cape Town, I live in Pretoria. Then I need to arrange for transport from the Cape to Pretoria. That's going to cost me money. So in the end, did that Ferrari cost me R1,000,000 or did it cost me more? More. Way more. And that's the same thing here. Now remember, let's quickly understand this books. May I speak aloud? May I speak aloud? Now, let's say I buy a bed. I am Dialer Bed. So I buy beds, so it's my stock. Okay? So now let's say this bed I buy for 10,000 Rand, and it costs me 500 Rand to have it delivered to my store. What would my cost price be? What am I going to calculate my profit on when I resell this bed? On the 10,000 or on the 10,500? The 10,500, because I want to get that costs back, ne? I don't want to carry the cost. We are calling this, we are loading the cost price. Because in the end, the client is going to pay for it without knowing it. Because if I go buy the mattress for 16,000, I don't know if they're going to make 6,000 profit or 5,500. I won't know. You see? And this is what's happening here. I'm buying the stock, and I am making that delivery cost part of the price that I pay. So I am just going to use the 6210. Now I already said this is stock. And this is a World of Books. Please write it out because that's the shop's name. And it's on the 17th. And I'm going to use invoice renumbered 67. So let's say I gave you an extra transaction where I said, oh, to have it delivered, it cost us 400 Rand extra. Can you see? You're going to do it again. It's going to be the 400 is going to be in trading stock. It's not going to be carriage on purchases. So what he did is he added the 400. He made it 6610. Okay? Why is it wrong? Because if you look here, they say that 6210 includes the 400. So it's already added in. Right? If they said there, this excludes delivery costs of 400, then you would have added it. Okay. Now, this was... So, if I see reselling, I know it's trading stock. But I also want you to see here the plastics that they bought. We also sell this. So is it packing material or is it trading stock? It's trading stock. I'm going to make a profit on it. The only time it's packing material is if I give the plastics free. So when people come and buy, I put it in the plastic. Then it's packing material. But if people come and buy and I charge them 50 cents for that plastic, then it's trading stock. Can you understand that? Okay, now, listen. So can you understand that both the 890 and the 370 is trading stock? Okay. Now, can you see they tell me I received an invoice S45. And I wanted to see here, please, can you guys pay attention? Hey? Can you see they say here S45 and here the invoice was 812? Ne? Can you see the invoices is all around the place and IMOS renumbered it. So I'm not going to use that invoice S45. Okay. And then the next is the normal sales. So quickly do it. Let's mark. I hope I have all of your attention. So if I look at this one, they say, so we did the gift boxes and the plastics, and we're going to add them because both of them are trading stock because we are selling the plastics. So it's stock. So if I say 890 plus 370, it gives me what? 1,260, ne? And they are both trading stock. And I'm going to say we bought this from Paper and Boxes. Paper and Boxes, why are we talking? And it's the 28th, I don't really want to know, I actually want you to be quiet. The 28th, 068, ne? No, I want you to focus. Because this is the things that's going to be in the exam and that's going to make your marks more. Or if you don't concentrate now, you're not going to know what to do and it's going to make your marks less. Okay. Yes. No. Remember the 400 wasn't separate. We're not supposed to separate the 400. The 400 forms part of the 6 to 10. Look at that one. Are you look at this one. Can you see it says 6 to 10, 6 to 10. There's nothing else. Because if you read here, my baby, they say to you, the 400 is included. It's already there. Okay. So, next one. We sold goods to Kumani. So, 30, 29, V Kumani. Can we not talk when I explain? And it gives me 580. So I'm going to say 580 times 100 over 133.33333333333333, and it gives me what? You just did it, so you must have it. You must write down your calculation. It's important that you write this calculation down, because if you go and study this, you want to know how did I get to it, right? And if you don't write it down and you just see that figure and you're like, okay, you get me? Okay, so let's see, what is this amount? 4,435. Okay, and that's the last one, so now we're just going to total. So let's total.